Today I have an update about the Bahama travel and what it requires right now during these times of the epidemic to travel to the Bahamas, and I'm going to explain to you with details. Alright, I called the Ministry of Health of the Bahamas and got some information, some forms I need to fill out and do a test. But today I got an email from them to share with you. And this is the email I got from the Prime Minister report of the Bahamas, COVID-19 update. And with the Prime Minister report for the Bahamas, COVID-19 update is telling us is to remember to wash your hands, wear masks, keep 6 feet distance from each other, and stay home if you feel sick, right? The next thing is the curfew, Monday to Sunday, at 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. There's a curfew at the Bahamas. So people that think about partying late, there's going to be a curfew there starting Monday, June 22nd. Also, business hours are extended. Effective Monday, 22nd of June, 2020, all professional service and commercial activity must close by 8 p.m. daily, right? So, and physical distancing is proper, sanitation and hygiene measure are required. Face mask and covering must be worn. And like you guys know, I've been wearing a face mask all my life. So, very good there. There goes for a lot of people who are making fun of me wearing a mask. I'm prepared, people. For years, I've been prepared. All right, back to the application. Now, international travel, negative COVID-19 test and complete health forms required for all visitors, which is this one right here. Test must be taken within a window up to 10 days before you travel to the Bahamas. In other words, you take your test and you have a 10-day window to go to the Bahamas, so you can't delay. You have to really take the test and be ready to go, right? But before you go, take the test. I'll show you what you got to do. For Bahamians and residents, a negative test is not required for short travel periods of 72 hours or less outside. 72 hours or less outside. The Bahamian, however, upon returning, a 14-day quarantine may be required based on determination by the Minister of Health of the Bahamas. So Bahamians who travel back and forth within 72 hours, they can do it, and they're risking that it may be a 14-day quarantine depending on the Minister of Health, right? Restaurants effective Monday, June 22nd, 2020, indoor dining allowed with physical distancing and sanitation protocols. Staff must wear masks at all times. Maximum seating capacity based on a 50% occupancy, 30 square feet per person. All right, this is for gym groups, exercise, and spas. Effective Wednesday, 1st July 2020, gyms may reopen as well as outdoor exercise groups with health and safety protocols approved by the Minister of Health. Spas may report within health and safety protocols approved by the Minister of Health. All right, beaches and parks, very important. Now we're getting to our part. Beaches and parks. Effective Monday, 29 June 2020, public beaches and parks on New Providence and Paradise Islands, Grand Bahamas, and Bimini open for use. Gatherings larger than 5 people prohibited on the beaches. All right, so 5 people, no more than 5 people on the beach. Funerals, weddings, social gatherings. So if you're gonna have a wedding over there, says you may be held with numbers based on physical distancing protocols established by Sunday service. There's no need to apply to the competent authority. So 30 people. Public and private bus taxis. All right, this is good. If you're gonna go there, you're gonna use the taxi service and buses. It says public and private bus services may resume with 50% occupancy based on guidelines provided by the Minister of Tourism, Red Lines, and Recovery Plan. Taxi services may resume based on guidelines provided by the Minister of Tourism, red lines, and recovery plan. And it says here, bus and taxi owners are responsible for ensuring patron wear masks and occupancy is limited to enable physical distancing. Failure to follow guidelines will result in penalties for both the owner and the patrons. We must, all of us, do our part and be personally responsible by wearing our masks, maintaining physical distancing, and washing and sanitizing our hands thoroughly and often. And that's from the Dr. Herbert Minnis, Prime Minister. All right, so that's it. That's all the information that I got. And this is the application that you have to submit to Ministry of Health application to travel. And I will place the link in the description below. It's gonna take you right there where the application form is to make it easier for you guys if you're trying to go to the Bahamas quick. I will place the link in the description below so you can get to it quick. And you have to fill all this information out. There's 2 pages, all right? And follow the directions. You have to take a test. And the email that I got from the Ministry of Health, where to take the test. It's not just anywhere you go and take a swab of your nose, of your ear, or something like that. You have to go to, here where it says, the email. It says, test from the accredited lab, as well as a copy of your passport. Please note that the test cannot be older than 10 days of arrival. 2 accredited labs in Florida are Quest Lab and LabCorp. One of your choice. You can use either of those 2. And like I said, this is got to be most likely a blood test. Those that you take in the parking lots or in the front of the hospital or anything like that with a nose swab, those are not very good accredited tests. Have you seen in the news? They fail most of the time. Some people have taken it 5-6 times and they're negative. Meanwhile, they have corona, right? So that's why Bahamas is taking another step, going a little further, and they want you to get a blood test, right? In my case, in a lot of the people's case, you have to go to your primary doctor and he's gonna say, do you have any symptoms? And I'm gonna say, no, I got no symptoms. And then they're gonna say, why you want to take the test? I say, well, I'm gonna travel to the Bahamas. Now, I don't think insurance is gonna cover that because that is for pleasure. It's not for necessity. So I don't know how much a corona test is gonna come out of my pocket. As a matter of fact, I called one of these companies to see if I can go and pay for my test so I don't have to go to my doctor. And they said no, that I have to go to my primary doctor and he has to recommend me to the LabCorp or Quest Diagnostics to get my test done. So you just can't arrive at this location and ask for a test because they won't do it. They need to have your doctor's referral to get that done. So like I said, this is the test that you need to send to the Ministry of Health to send this application, and you really have to time it good because you only got 10 days. Get your test, send the application, fly to the Bahamas. So you better have a fast boat. Don't go in a crooked pilot house like mine because it's gonna take a little while. Make sure you go on a fast boat and arrive to the Bahamas, so that way you only got 10 days to do this. All right, I can't wait to go back again to the Bahamas. I hope this video helps to educate you what is required to go to the Bahamas right now. If you go by plane, you still need to do your test. It doesn't matter if you go by plane, boat, or whatever, you still need to get this test done. And Bahamas is being very cautious about this spreading of the disease because it's still skyrocketing. So I don't blame him from doing this. I know it's a little hard for us boaters. We're losing our summer. It's okay, it'll be another summer. But we gotta be safe. Very important to be safe. Then keep spreading this disease between people to people. Wear your mask. All right, I hope this video helps about traveling to the Bahamas, because I had to call the Bahamas to the Ministry of Health, and they also sent me this information that just came out. So I wanted to share with you guys, so you guys also on the same page as they are, so we all know what's going on. All right, if you found this video helpful on making your trips to the Bahamas, please give it a thumbs up. The application in the description below. Thanks for watching. Navigate safe. Man, I hope this coffee did not get cold. Yeah, it got cold. That's, man, I'm upset now.